Okay, so first up, these ladies are distributors signing or enrolling machines. So I'm really excited to have this panel. So let's talk about what is your initial approach for like talking with somebody, if it's on social media, like how do you start that conversation? What are things that are kind of values or things that you would look for in a potential distributor?
So I watch people for a while before I message them usually, and I like to find people that have very positive and uplifting pages and hopefully have like a good following already. And I just, like the message example that I said earlier, I really like to tell them, hey, I've been watching your page and I think that you'd be really amazing at what I do. I don't ever say it works in my message. I never say I think you'd be an amazing It Works distributor, because they may already have a bad taste in their mouth about It Works from somebody that's been spamming them or something. So I don't say it works, I say you would be really amazing at what I do. Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about making money from your phone, or have you ever thought about making money from home, or whatever, something like that. And I just try to like learn a little bit about them, and I always remember, like Jessica said, they are not gonna sign up the first time I ask, so they immediately go on my list, and I follow up with them every single week until I die. And then they sign up.
Okay, Jeannie, if you can tell us a little bit about yourself, and then if you answer the question.
Okay, I'm Jeannie McQuarter. I was gonna say hey y'all, but I didn't want to get in trouble again. So, I'm a presidential diamond with the company. This is my 15th month in, and so I promoted quickly. I went president right at 5 months, and then we're chasing after ambassador very hard and fast, so we're getting close. I'm home with my babies now full time, so they're my entire world. And that kind of goes into my answer with a question. One thing I do is you have to know the target that you're wanting to reach. So for me, I want to help moms like me come home to their babies. I know that there's somebody else out there that's working 50, 60, 70-hour weeks and is absolutely miserable, and there's always still more month than money. That's the person I'm going to help. You know, I know there's somebody out there that has government assistance and that doesn't want to feel that way anymore. They want to be independent. They want to be, be able to walk into a crowd and hold their head high because they are so worthy of this opportunity. And that's the person I target. When I message people, kind of like you were saying, I don't just immediately mention the opportunity. Sometimes I will just message people. I turn that cold market into my warm market. So I'll message them about just, oh my gosh, I saw your little girls and they're so cute. Where do you buy their clothes from? And so we'll just start talking, and we're not even talking about the business, because you can't just say, hey girl, I watched your post and I think you would rock this, if you don't know anything about them. But after you've talked with them for like a week, you can be like, I just have to ask you, have you ever thought about extra income? Because your personality would kill this. And so you're establishing that connection, and by interacting with them more, the way Facebook works, it's gonna put you in their feed more. And if you're posting and you're staying consistent with what the basics of our business are, then your posts are going to capture their attention.
Yeah, so one thing to kind of add on to that, one thing that I love to start a message with is, if, let's say like you're on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll say, hey girl, I didn't really want to blow up your newsfeed, but I just absolutely love your page. Something like that, so they know that you've been kind of watching, but you don't want to blow up their notifications. So that's an open door, and a lot of people are like, oh, okay, like that's totally fine. They'll start that, but leave the message with a question so that they always have to respond back to you. So I love that. Sarah, if you can tell us a little bit about you and then your answer.
Okay, so I'm Sarah Waters. I'm a triple diamond. I actually hit it this past March and got the $50,000 bonus, which was really good. But my husband also went double diamond and diamond and earned $50,000. And so we got $100,000. But so for me, whenever I started, I was actually a distributor for a whole year. And like a lot of people that you're gonna enroll, they're not gonna do anything with the business. And it's not because of you and what you're teaching them, it's because they're not ready. They don't have the why and they don't have the vision. So I was that one person who was a negative person and thought it was, even though I was a distributor, I just felt like I didn't have time and I didn't want to do it. But after I saw my sister succeed, I knew, you know what, if she's doing it and she has a really good life, I can do it as well. And you know how I wanted that is because I saw her Facebook posting. So even though we're sisters, it took me seeing it on Facebook to believe it. So that's how you're gonna attract new people. So when I got into it, she was like, Sarah, okay, so you wanna do this, you need to make your Facebook public. So I did that. And I was scared to do that because I had it private forever and I only had like 200 friends. So she was like, okay, Sarah, start posting and share your why. And I was like, what's a why? What is that? So she's like, why do you want to do this? So I shared the next day and I wrote a long story of my why. And I shared her success story, and immediately I had so many people messaging me about the opportunity. So even though I was a distributor, I still didn't understand Ruby, I didn't understand steps to success, I just knew that I had to meet people and talk to them about the business. And I was so excited to meet people, or I was like, hey girl, I get off at 4, you wanna go to Starbucks? You know, I was always at Starbucks. My husband was very supportive, and my tip for getting people more interested is always sharing your story and having a passion when you explain it to people. And because you're consistently posting on Facebook, people are watching you. And they will watch and wonder and think, did I do this? You know, I want to quit my job and I need extra income, or I hate my job and she quit her job. So don't think that once you sign up, you're going to get a million messages or a million people trying to join. But as long as you're consistent, people are watching you and they're going to end up joining as a customer or distributor. So be patient with them and just know that this business can get you where you want to go. I kind of got off that topic, right? But as far as meeting distributors, my sister already hit up all her family and friends, so I had a way to sign up. I was like, okay. So I said, okay, I'm gonna friend request people, and I friend requested everybody in my neighborhood, the local mall, the nail shop, the gyms in my area, because I knew, you know, if I got off of work, I could go meet them right after I got off work. And sure enough, people were like, well, I live in so-and-so. I was like, girl, me too. But they didn't know that I friend requested them in my area, and that's how I started signing up distributors or strangers. So if you have no family and friends who support you, it is okay, because there's a lot of other people who want this opportunity, and Facebook is just an easier gateway to meet those people.
So one thing that I like to point out is Houston has 6.6 million people in the city. I don't know if y'all know that. But there's only 100,000 paid It Works distributors, so that's a whole lot of other people that Houston has not even touched. So don't be afraid to add to your market. So by adding to your market, you should be adding people like on Facebook or Instagram, but people with like interests. Don't go, I'm not gonna go like search hunting moms, I'm not interested in hunting. So I'm not gonna go and add all these people that I'm not interested. I wanna add people that have common interests, so that way we can start and build that relationship. Let's talk a little bit about follow-up, because like we heard last time, or in the last panel, fortune is in the follow-up. So what would be something, you've got that person that's kind of right on the edge, you've been talking to them for a little bit, what is something that you would say in a follow-up and to help you seal the deal with a potential?
Okay, so for me, I follow up weekly with people. And you know, when you send a message on Messenger, you can see when their head pops up and they see it and they respond. And you're like, okay, but you're still liking my opportunity post, so you're obviously still interested in it. So I don't take it offensive. I just know that maybe it's not the time, or they're busy, they saw it, they just forgot about it. So since we're already carrying conversations about it, I just say like, hey girl, you know, I know you were interested before, you know, in the opportunity with It Works, and I really love to help you get started and earning extra income. But you know, I'm gonna be honest, every week it's a different follow-up. Every day I don't have something I send that's the same. It's just how I feel at that time, and that's what I'm gonna send. And if I like it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna send this one to everybody that I need to follow up with, because I really like it and it touches them. So there's no wrong or right or wrong way to do it. It's just being consistent, and your message really needs to come from the heart. So if you know that this person is interested and you can actually help bring them home or help them with income, it's easier for you to want to follow up with them. Because you're like, oh my God, I seen her newsfeed that she got her car broken down, and you know, her life is going all kind of ways. I know this will help her. So it's more passion into it. So if you have an excitement in your body, you're more passionate about it all the time, it's easier for you to want to help people to join your team. Because there are not boxes on your chart. Every box that's there, that's actually a family who decided to join to earn extra income, and they want to do something with this business. So if you see like, okay, I need help 3 families join the team this month because they need extra income, you're going to enroll more distributors if you have the passion for it. Not because I need 3 boxes so I can promote. Because once you start building, you realize it's not about you all the time, it's about everybody else you're helping along the way. And then I've enrolled people and they're like, sorry, you know, 1 month, I was gonna lose my car, I was gonna get repoed, and then the Edwards check kicked in and it saved me from losing my car. And then you have more passion, you know what, I wanna help more people like that. So that's how you're gonna grow, you have a passion, and just, you know, friend requesting is the key for me, and that's why I enroll people, because I know we have that open market, and those are people that I'm like, you know what, she might need help, she might need help, she might need product, she might want to sign up, you know. So I don't ever just look at them and judge them, or I just friend request. And eventually if they're following me, I'll send them a quick message like, hey girl, thanks for the love on my page, you know, and a little smiley heart, or you know, the green heart or a smiley face. And you know, they'll respond like, hey girl, you know, I've been watching you, or I've been actually talking to my coworker about you, and then we'll start a conversation. And honestly, in the beginning when I first started, I used to send this long message, like, hi, I'm sorry my it works, and I have natural products, and you know, this whole long thing. And I actually got distributors from it, but now I keep it short and simple because we can talk about other stuff and bring it in with it. And most people will sign up if you're following up and consistent with them. I do want to add one thing, that people who are potential distributors, I did create my own little team page called Joining It Works Global. And I tell them, like, I know you're very busy, we're all busy, but I created this so I can share what the steps to success is and how you can become successful with the business. When you have time, can you go please check it out and let me know what you think? And that has helped me out a lot with them, because I know when they go look at it, their little face pops up and they're reading everything that I say and they're liking more of my opportunity posts. And everybody that I've added there has become a distributor. So I just thought of that and it's working for me. So there's always different things you can think outside of the box, but whatever works for you, works for you. But that's what's I've done.
Yeah. Okay, I'm super passionate about follow-ups because the fact that Ashley refused to give up on me is the reason my family's lives and my baby's lives are forever changed. I was that brat that was like, listen, I'm too busy and I have a real job, so no, not right now. And then I pulled the whole, you know, I really want to join, and got her super excited. And she's like, okay, is today the day? No, I'm thinking December. It was like in September. I'm like, but in December, I'm going to come to you. And so because she didn't quit posting and because she didn't quit following up with me, when I was ready, I was like, okay, let's do this, boom. And we took off and hit the ground running. So I'm super, super passionate about that follow-up. And somebody said it earlier, you can't view it as you're annoying somebody. No, you are giving them the opportunity to forever change their life. And when you view it as something that is so much bigger than yourself, and that you're gonna help their babies and you're gonna help create a life that they have always dreamed of, it becomes so much easier to relate to them. Just be sure that you're truly being of value versus them being money to you. Don't lose yourself in trying to promote. Don't lose who you are, because you're the best part of your business. And so when you find yourself, you know, veering off and going down a different path because you want to fill that box so badly, that's when you need to take a step back, regroup, find your passion and why you started this business, and run with it.
Totally agree with that. I have a short little story. When I was trying to go triple diamond, I had 1 box left on my chart, and I think it was there for like 2 weeks, and I was making it all about me. And I woke up one day and I said, you know what? I'm not getting that box filled because it's not about them, it's about me. And so I just prayed and I said, I need to start focusing on what they need from me. And I got that box filled that day. And then I was like, okay, now we push for volume. But I do the same thing. I follow up weekly. It's habitual for me. I do it every single week. And like I said, I follow up with every single person every single week. I do send out different messages every time. I don't like to be repetitive. I like to especially my really strong potentials, I definitely watch their feed a lot. And like the other day, I saw somebody, one of my guys that joined me, he posted at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I happened to be up working my business, and I saw his post, and he said something about how he's sick and tired of having to work 7 days a week, not spending any time with his family. He's got four little kids and a wife at home, and I screenshot his post and sent it to his messenger, and I said, "Are you sick of this yet?" And he said, "Where do I sign?" And he signed up right that moment. So watch for the opportunities, because they're going to be posting stuff that you can use and say, "Look, I know you're miserable, like you hate your job, I'm giving you something here, like you just have to take it," and they will. You just have to wait for that moment.
So I love that you brought that up, because that was actually leading me we're gonna close here shortly. But figure out your potentials why. And the reason that you do this is because some people are always gonna give you the runaround. They're gonna say, over and over, "I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet." But you can always come back and message them and say, "Hey, I know you are so excited to get started because," and you're gonna put their why right there. Some people just need that reinforcement and that statement right back in their face, and they're like, "You know what, you're right. I told you I need this, and this is why I need it." So don't give up on people. There's people that I messaged 13 plus times and they've never responded, and then they finally joined that one day. So don't give up on people. Just be consistent, and the fortunes will follow up. So that's all we've got.